Longtime veteran Keith Thurman is getting ready to defend against an up-and-coming Lithuanian star who has had an extremely high-quality training backed by science. Will it be a desperate defense? Or will Keith Thurman's organic route through boxing win out against Eimantas Stanionis? This is all you need to know leading up to their showdown on the 9th of December. Thurman's journey continues. Keith Fitzgerald Thurman Jr., known as Keith Thurman, was born on November 23, 1988, in Clearwater, Florida. He spent his childhood and early teenage days in Clearwater. He was discovered at the age of 7 by renowned boxing trainer Ben Getty, who had previously worked with Sugar Ray Leonard, among others. Thurman's amateur boxing career began when he was 15 years old in the year 2003, and it was a rather momentous decision. He knew what he wanted, and he dropped out of Clearwater High School in his hometown of Clearwater, Florida when he turned 16 to gamble on himself and a career in boxing. In an interview much later, he recounted, "The day I turned 16, I handed in my school books, and when you turn in your school books, you have to present them to the head principal," he said. "So I'm sitting at the principal's desk. He just simply said, 'Do you really want to put all your eggs in one basket?' My comment was, 'Do you know how good my basket works?'" A local newspaper ran a headline on him. The headline reads, "Young boxer navigating a narrow path." Keith Thurman, 15, is focused on being one of the few to reach the Olympics. School, a lower priority. Of course, Thurman couldn't help but frame such an honor onto the wall of his gym. Thurman fought as an amateur for 3 more years, winning the 2004 National PAL Cadet Championships final. But he did not reach the Olympics as he hoped to do so. He lost twice to none other than Demetrius Andrade. Nevertheless, during the amateur career, Thurman won 6 national championships and managed to make a successful run for the 2006 U.S. National Championships. Thus entered his amateur stint with a record of 101 victories, with 76 of them counting by the way of knockout. He then took the next logical step, going professional 2 weeks after turning 19. He already had the best possible coach he could get. Getty now had the task of forging him into a boxer beyond the Olympic level. His training played a significant role in Thurman's development as a boxer, and he is often credited with setting the stage for Thurman's promising professional career. Like any great professional boxer, he won his first match with a bang. This was against Kensky Rodney on November 9, 2007, at the A La Carte Event Pavilion in Tampa, Florida, and it was a first-round knockout victory that floored Rodney. The next 5 years went by as he continued to defeat lower-tier opponents, with only one fight against Edwin dos Santos Barros going the full length in 2009. It took until 2012 for him to win a minor intercontinental title by defeating Carlos Quintana. He would only get his most important chance in 2013 when he was set up to fight Diego Chavez. Chavez was, by that time, an unbeaten Argentine interim WBA champion. He controlled the tempo with his athleticism and boxing ability, and floored Chavez with the 9th round left hook to the liver, before dropping him for the final time with the right hand in the 10th round. I broke him down round by round, and landed a beautiful body shot in the 9th round, and after that, it was only a matter of time. This was a fight that earned me worldwide respect and was the start of everything for me, Thurman said in an interview later on. The very next fight against Jesus Soto Caras would grant him the WBA interim belt, making him extremely close to a full belt. The wait for that would be a frustrating 2 years, but at last, it would come with the formidable Robert Guerrero defending the WBA world title. Guerrero was a monster, but Keith Thurman really had his sight on none other than Floyd Mayweather all along. For Guerrero, though, he fought through a left eye hematoma that came about as an unfortunate clash of hands before scoring a unanimous decision victory. Guerrero fought Floyd Mayweather, and I was happy to have a common opponent with Floyd, so that I could prove to the world that I deserved a shot at Mayweather, said Thurman. I had to overcome that adversity of having that hematoma by knocking him down in the 9th round. That fight really raised my stock to another level. While a fight with Mayweather would never materialize in the end, something equally huge was waiting for him. For now, it was smooth sailing for him after this point, as in 2017. He went on to capture the WBC world title from the then undefeated Danny Garcia. And yes, he got to fight none other than Manny Pacquiao in 2019, who would inflict upon him his only defeat in his career so far. The fight was intense and closely contested. Pacquiao won the WBA super welterweight title against Thurman via split decision, becoming the oldest welterweight to win a major title in boxing history. In the first round, Pacquiao knocked Thurman down with the right hand to the chin after a left to the body. Thurman regained his composure in the middle rounds and was able to catch Pacquiao with some hard shots. However, in the 10th round, Pacquiao caught Thurman with a vicious left hook to the body that had him moving around the ring, trying to survive the round. While that didn't knock him out, a split decision victory for Manny Pacquiao it was. Despite the loss, Keith Thurman had proved all that he had to prove, even though he did say that he wanted to end Pacquiao's career before the fight. Since then, he's only had one fight in 2022 against Mario Barrios, which he won unanimously. He brings forward a vast wealth of experience and strategy to face Eimantas Stanionis with. Lithuania's shield. Eimantas Stanionis was born on August 17, 1994 in Kaunas, Lithuania. He was raised by his mother Aist Zitlokiene and maternal grandparents after his father departed when he was only 2 years old. This was a Lithuania that had only just begun moving into market economy after so many years under the Soviet Union, so life wasn't easy. As a fatherless, hyperactive 8-year-old in Lithuania at the time, Stanionis was always fighting in the streets. To instill some discipline in him, his mother finally took him to a local gym where he learned mixed martial arts and eventually laced on a pair of boxing gloves at the age of 13. He took a good liking to boxing and eventually he began to see himself in amateur competition over the years. As an amateur, Stanionis won 141 of 160 bouts, twice winning a pair of youth national titles, 4 senior national crowns, and the 2015 European Championships. It was around this time that he became a student of the Lithuanian Sports University in his native Kaunas, an educational institute like few others. It gave him access to some of Lithuania's best minds in sports sciences to help him with his training. He had help from Dr. Vidas Bruzas, who made a name for himself in cutting-edge scientific research involving boxers and practitioners of other combat sports. With such backing, he achieved something Keith Thurman couldn't. After winning the 2015 European Championships, he also qualified to represent Lithuania in the 2016 Olympics in Rio, where he lost to the eventual welterweight silver medalist Shakhram Giyasov of Uzbekistan, 3-0 in the second round. Having reached the apex of his amateur career, he ended it with 141 victories out of a total of 160 matches fought. The next step was clear: go pro. Stanionis' professional boxing career began when he was 22 years old, and yes, given the caliber of his training and his amateur experience, his first match ended with a total bang. He went up against Rashid Alawal on April 9, 2017, and won via a first-round knockout. His very next fight against Isaac Freeman went bumpily on the other hand, as he took some nasty punches in round 2. Those punches caused a scary swell around his right eye, but still, he slugged it out to force Freeman to stop and hand over the victory to him. Stanionis made a moderate amount of headlines for his fight against 40-year-old Luis Collazo. Defeating this experienced boxer was well within reach, and the fight did go to full stance. Unfortunately, Collazo couldn't continue due to a clash of heads, leaving him unable to fight. Still, Stanionis put up a dominant performance that couldn't be ignored, and therefore, on April 16, 2022, in his 15th professional fight, 27-year-old Eimantas Stanionis had his first world title fight against undefeated Russian boxer Radzab Butayev for his WBA welterweight belt. It was a very close fight that went the whole distance, and Stanionis defeated Butayev via a 12-round split decision to win the WBA title. He had done it. "I still can't believe it," Stanionis said. "It was a dream come true to hear. When I was a kid, I visualized what this would look like and how it would feel to become a champion. It's because of the hard work, dedication, belief in myself, and my team to get me to this big stage. I want to thank my team for everything. What I did in the ring, they did just as much outside the ring. I'm very happy. I just want to tell everyone that dreams do come true. If you believe in it and give your everything, it will happen." But the victory didn't go down without controversy. Radzab Butayev said the following after the results were announced: "The fight went like this because the referee allowed Stanionis to fight with his head down the entire time. What can I do if the guy is leading with his head down all the time? I don't know why he took a point away from me. They should have taken the point away from him because he was diving in the whole time." Regardless, Eimantas Stanionis is well on the path to achieving multiple title victories and becoming a headline-dominant fighter. Fighters compared. He's known for his heavy-handed punches, high-level footwork, and an admirable ability to dig deep. His style is often described as a combination of highlight reel punches and high-level footwork, and as a result, he can definitely go the distance with an opponent if the opponent puts up a stout defense. He's the one to carefully exploit the holes in defenses and wait for a forward attacker to tire out. This was shown in full glory in March 2013, when Thurman won a grueling 12-round decision over former champion Jan Zafic, a rough-and-tumble Slovenian with a stout defense. It's worked well with his not-so-muscular physique compared to his up-and-coming competitor. Thurman won't throw hard-hitting power punches because of that, but he will guide you to where a regular punch will end up flooring you. The similarly slick Manny Pacquiao praised Thurman's performance after their match in 2019, stating, "He wasn't an easy opponent. He's a good fighter and a good boxer. He did his best and I did mine, and the people are happy. I really love the fans. Thank you so much for coming here. I'm sure you're happy tonight because you saw a good fight." On the other hand, Eimantas Stanionis is known for his forward-moving style behind the high guard, looking to land a left hook. He uses a good, heavy jab on the way in and does a pretty good job of staying close. He is left-hand dominant and doesn't throw the right hand often except as an uppercut. He is quoted as saying, "This is the style. He likes to bang. I like to bang. Maybe he will change his style, but I'm not going to change nothing. It's going to be throwing bombs." Sporting a muscular physique crafted by the Lithuanian Sports University, it gives him all the power he needs in order to demolish whoever is in his way. Athletic bodybuilding does indeed pay dividends for combat sports, translating into a very high knockout rate for Stanionis. Sure enough, Stanionis remains unfazed throughout his career, willing to fight anybody. "Whoever they put in front of me, I will fight any day. It doesn't matter to me, to be honest. I'll fight anybody, anytime. You can wake me up at night and say the fight is there, and I'll go there. On Saturday, I have a good opportunity to prove myself." Keith Thurman better have all his knives out to outplay such a force. And since he's gone the distance with Manny Pacquiao, he has a decent chance after all. Two dramatically opposing boxers with opposing styles. One is currently in the latter part of his career to prove that he's still got it. Another has just become champion for the first time and still has a lot of conquering to do. Who are you rooting for? Leave us a like and subscribe if you agree with our assessment of this showdown. We'll see you again when the dust settles on the canvas.